Right, what's up with it, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Live Interviews with MistaRye and the Bubble Podcast. All right, so let me get the intros out the way here, and then we're going to get underway in the interview. So, everybody, I appreciate y'all again for tuning in to another live episode of the Bubble Podcast Interviews with artists out of the Bay Area. I am MistaRye The Realist. I'm your host, and we are joined today by a very talented artist that's coming out of Hayward, California. I haven't gotten any music from him yet, but I'll be seeing that he got a gang of music up on Instagram. So I wanted to get him in here and talk to him this week. He goes by the name of Punto Cinco. How you doing, brother?
I'm alright. I was sick for like 4 days, so
Oh,
I'm
shit.
lightweight getting over something, so I'm sounding kind of crazy right now.
That's all right. That's all right. I appreciate you taking the time out to come onto the Bubble Podcast and talk to us about what you got going on in music, man. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
sir.
So what we're going to do like a quick little 20, 30-minute interview. We're going to see who you are as an individual, as an artist, and then your outlook on independent music. So with all that said, let's get into it. So how did you come up with the name Punto Cinco?
All right. So first of all, Punto Cinco means point five. It's Spanish
Okay.
for point five,
Yeah.
and so my name was point five for the longest, and over some legal issues, somebody copyrighted my name, trademarked it, whatever, and I couldn't use it no more. But basically, point five stands for half gram, and you already know how that goes. So.
Gotcha.
I didn't want to completely change my name to something else, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go with the Spanish version. It's still the same thing almost.
Yeah. So point five, somebody has that actual name, that English name, point five, right?
Yeah, a Christian rapper of all people.
Damn, really? That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I couldn't even tell you what to use it for. I don't know what it means for Christians and people that do gospel rap, but he beat me to it. Business is business, right?
Yep, business is business. I was just about to say that. Business is business. All right. So my Spanish is a little bit rusty, right? So I was taught in school that O's are masculine at the end of words. O's are masculine and A's are feminine.
Femenina.
So when I saw Punto Cinco, I was like, what's going on here? You know what I mean? I was like, I was like, man, I hope Brett can explain that when we get into it. But yeah, I get it now. So it's point 0.5, half a
Yeah.
gram. That's tight, bro. I didn't even know that. That's dope, bro. So what part of Hayward are you from, and why do you call the Bay Area home?
South Hayward to be exact. You
Okay.
said what I call the Bay Area, huh?
Yeah. Why you call the Bay Area home?
Been there all my life. It's basically all I know. I think I lived in Sacramento in my 20s for a few years, but I always end up right back in Hayward. All my family is from San Francisco, so I
Okay.
mean the Bay Area is all I know, really.
Okay. So you got some stories behind your music, and I love that shit, bro. Could you explain some of your favorites growing up? What were you listening to?
To be honest, I started off not even listening to rap. When I was a little kid, I was big into rock and roll, like Bon Jovi, Van Halen, Whitesnake, stuff like that. And then I'm thinking early '90s. I started to get into rap a little more, and a lot of the music in like the early mid '90s revolved around a lot of storytelling. You remember, like in the '90s, it wasn't so violent. It wasn't all centered around females or like the streets. It was like there was a lot of storytelling. So that's how I came up listening to rap in the first place. And as I started to rap, I mean, I always, every time I write, I feel like I'm getting something off my chest, and a lot of time I'm telling my own story. So that's how that kind of like plays into my music. So it's like
Yep.
my lyrical therapy, so to speak.
I hear a lot of artists say that, and it's a real thing, man. It's like getting your feelings out there, and then you got yours coming into a form of a story, and that's dope to me because a lot of people don't tell stories these days. It's always one-liners and all of that stuff. So that's why I picked up on that. At what point you said the '90s? So at what point in your age did you was like I'm about to pick up this microphone and I'm about to do something, man? What age was that?
So first I started freestyling when I was 14, but
Okay.
as a teenager, I never really took it serious. I didn't want to be a rapper. I just We used to get high, drunk, and talk shit, rap, whatever. Um, the first opportunity I had to go to a studio, I was 19, and I'll never forget it. My mentor, AK, rest in peace. We were all sitting there writing, and he told us, he was like, if you guys are ready to like go hit, I see all you guys sitting there high trying to get in the studio, but you're not about to go out there on the road and promote with us, and like really be out here and push this music. There's no reason for you to even do this. Like, this is a serious business.
Right.
So I I I got up and left. I wasn't ready for it yet. I really didn't. I wasn't. I was. He made a good point. And I was like, yeah, I ain't trying to do all this. I got a job.
Yeah.
I just had a baby. I'm like, I ain't trying to do all that shit. I really didn't start rapping until I was about 26.
Wow. Wow.
And it was because that freestyling shit. I was sitting around freestyling with some people, and they're looking at me like, "Damn, you got anything out?" I'm like, "Man, fuck that rap shit. Like, like I got a good job. I ain't trying to be up in nobody's face. Like,
So besides life, you know what I mean? Because we all got life that coming our way. We like, man, I'm gonna put life before this music. So besides life, what made you just be like, all right, let me sit my ass down and write this shit? Is it because the bug bit you and you got hooked? Or, I mean, it had to be something else that really was like underlying, like, all right, I'm about to get into this shit. Cause
so 2010 was a very um, it changed me a lot. That summer was when I first started recording. I'm not gonna say I was all the way into it, but it was like something I was like, "Oh, I could fuck with this." But my head wasn't on albums. I wasn't on like being a serious artist. I'm like, I like this. I want to listen to my own music type shit. And I was doing that. That was July of 2010, and then October, my brother got killed,
uh,
and when that happened, it changed something inside of me because he always would tell me that I need to like take that shit seriously and like put myself out there. And I was like, man, whatever, you feel me? And death is crazy like that. It puts perspective on things, and it made me like, man, like maybe I should really like take heed to what bro was saying and like take that shit seriously. And
yeah,
while everyone was out there, he had just passed. Everybody was at the house. There's 50 people in front of the house. Everyone smoking. I'm sitting in the car by myself, and that was the first time I wrote for hours. And ever since then, like it's just been nonstop. Like it unlocked something in my head, and I haven't been able to stop since then.
it's always, I knew to ask that question because it's always a situation in our life that makes us, all right, man, let me quit fucking around, man. Let me go ahead and just do this. And sometimes, not most of the time, but sometimes it's the death of a close one to where we ain't gonna hear those words anymore. So it makes us turn on something mentally. It's like, all right, let me go ahead and do this shit. So I feel where you're coming from, bro, and that's dope that you put it out there for us like that. Thank you. See, you got hella music up on Instagram libraries, right? The music libraries, not your posts, but the music libraries where you can use your music on one of my posts. So you
Mm.
got hell tracks up there, bro. So how are you maneuvering in this business? Do you have a team that you work with, or are you